Hey folks, Quill18 here, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Rimworld Alpha 14. Extreme difficulty, extreme desert, extreme Arbez the Armless over here. And I have introduced a couple mods, actually 3 mods into our game over here. One is a medical tab, which is a great little breakdown of our condition of everyone. The other is a relations tab, which I think is quite awesome, actually. And the third thing actually does change the gameplay. It is a mod that adds the ability to manufacture prosthetics, artificial organs, and eventually bionics and different things like that. I'm doing that as a way to hopefully guarantee that we can get some body parts for Arbez so he can be useful at some point, and that'll be great. Most of them are by Fluffy. They're all from the Steam Workshop, and if you check the link or the description box down below, I will hopefully remember to include links to these mods, or at least their names, so that you can find them. So I like extra information for one, and yeah, I want to make sure that we can eventually get bionics one way or bionics one way or another for poor Arbez. Looks like I have to go and replace this door right over there. We don't have any wood, but now there's actually tons of wood lying around, so that's okay. We've got some bugs to butcher. I don't want them to go badly, so is it just me or does this look a little different than last time? There has been a couple of tiny little mini patches from the game, so there might have been something there. I'm going to turn on cooking for absolutely everyone, but make sure the electric stove, the simple meals, yeah, see, make sure you've got a skill of at least 3, or hell, maybe 4 to make the simple meals. And the fine meals have a requirement of 6 at least. So by doing this, it ensures that everyone can butcher, and hopefully we'll get that taken care of as quickly as possible. We've got a lot of bodies to bury over here, a lot of traps to reset as well. You're going to play some chess. That sounds absolutely lovely. Oh, a lot of people have left notes in the comment that have pointed out that Arbez can research. Technically, yes, but in practice, no. His research speed is going to be 3.6%. It's going to be utterly pathetic, really, really double plus ungood. So, yeah. We're not actually going to be researching with Arbez. Sorry. It would be really nice. It'd be great to get him to do something useful, but that 3.6% rate is effectively the same as not being able to research at all, so we're going to hold off. Really do have to bury these corpses. You're going to rearm some traps, which I guess is pretty good. And you know what I realized over here? There's a bit of a hole here. If I put because if these 2 traps were armed, the only way to get stuff from the middle would require going through the traps. And actually, what I'm going to get you to do is haul. Could you start burying some of these bodies? Thanks. Because we're going to get a lot of negative moodlets from seeing that. We still have the executed someone negative moodlet, which is particularly annoying. I mean, it's only -5, but it's still not great to have. So I would like to get that out of the way. So yeah, so people should be mass butchering now, which is excellent. Arbez is going to wander around, view some art, and generally have himself a grand old time. Nikki's going to eat that. We still have to really get a dining room underway. You're going to haul wood to the door blueprint, which I think is actually a very valid thing to do. Could you bury this body, please? I was going to say that's going to require stepping on a trap, which is really bad. So I'm going to babysit Kravek over here and make sure that he hauls all this stuff away before resetting all of the traps. Nikki, yeah, you're going to haul some stuff to do some doors, which is totally good. But I would prefer if you were to bury people. Oh yeah, there's the rare Thrumbo going around. Still, I mean, we might be able to kill it. I wonder if we, like, attacked it, if we could bait it into walking over here. If I just put a sniper at the end, and then shot, and then it would be going through the traps, that might be possible. Okay, I'll let you reset that, that's fine, but then I'm going to get you to haul that before you reset that trap. It'd be nice if they could grab things from an adjacent tile, actually. Prioritize burying raccoon. And Arbez is over there, can't do anything. Because, yeah, these moods, space, beauty, yep, no, I mean, I can't argue with that. Things are pretty crummy over there. We have to get more beauty in areas where people walk. I'm not sure what to do about that. Can I just, like, can you plant something pretty? Can I plant, like, daylilies? Beautiful cultivated flower, great for brightening up a drab yard, must be replanted often. 24 beauty. So yeah, let me just do something like that. And we'll have some pretty daylilies over here, and hopefully that'll just beautify this area where people walk through all the time and just increase the beauty rating. Increasing the beauty of a room doesn't help as much as you might imagine, as I've addressed before, because it adds value to the room, and people like having fancy rooms, except for Nikki, who's aesthetic, but they don't actually spend a lot of time awake in a room, therefore they don't actually tend to get the beauty stuff. Like, they'll be lying in bed, and you'll see a little arrow that shows them what the effective beauty of their environment is, but their actual current beauty status won't change because they're asleep, and so it doesn't affect them. So having beautiful areas where people are up and about and working is actually much more important. So these sort of walking areas, or a workshop over here, for example, or there, and certainly dining areas if we ever get around to making one, which I really have to do. Kravek's going to reset that trap. Fair enough. And yeah, that's all okay. I will get you to, as soon as you're done, haul this stuff away, because it's sitting on a trap. And, oh, you're going to work on that doorway, which is going to be also very excellent. Oh, you take down the wall instantly when you do this. That's interesting. I don't think I realized that. And finish. Okay, and I'll get you to haul that club. And same thing here, before you go and... What were you doing? You're going to reset that. I'd like you to keep hauling stuff that is sitting on a trap, because otherwise they might prioritize resetting the trap before actually hauling the goods. So that's the last of it. I still need to bury 3 more bodies over here, including one that's got some clothing on. So I'll have to give a strip command. You. Strip. And then bury. I need more graves soon, I think. Well, even if these just get hauled away to our little nook over here, which actually should probably be sealed, because people are still seeing these bodies lying there. Do I want to spend time? Sure. Let's do that, and then build a door, and then no one will have to see these bodies, which is going to be good for our mood. And I assume, yeah, cannot bury. So I could haul it, but I don't think there's a rush. Who's in a poor mood? Nikki, why are you in a poor mood? Whoops. Beauty low, not a whole lot of fun or rest. What time is it? 1800 hours. Oops, first of all, apparently I never adjusted the schedule of these people. 1800. So I'm going to say 1800 and 1900. Everyone go and have some fun. So I'm going to reset your job. There you go. You'll play chess. And hopefully play chess with someone. And this will also improve your comfort from sitting in a good chair. There we go. And that brings you over the threshold. The beauty still sucks, but we'll get everything up a little higher, and that's going to be okay. And I'm just going to cancel the force joy now. Because there's no way for me to take person and right-click on a chess table and say, go and have fun now. The only way to do it is through the schedule. So there you go. So you're no longer about to snap. You are constructing this wall, which I guess is probably perfectly fine and legit. Right. Also, you're the only constructor right now. Is that what we want? Or do we want other people constructing? It's an excellent question. Nikki Quartz was the only constructor because we were making beds, and I wanted, you know, super high quality beds. But now... I don't know. I think Master Oink could actually spend time constructing rather than mining if there's any of that going on. Deadmate's got plenty to do. And I want Deadmate or Rexar to do some research here. Yeah. It would be really nice if we could get Arbez to research, but at 3.6% research speed, it ain't going to be a go. So, because and the reason is he's got no manipulation, right? Alright, if we look again, research speed, I didn't actually click on it. It's because of no manipulation. If we get him even 1 arm, he'll research at actually a decent rate. I mean, he still won't be fast, but he will, you know, it's gonna feel like not 0 anymore, which is gonna be really nice. And so that would be really good. Maybe even just a couple of prosthetic arms. I don't know how much manipulation it gives. I'd bet something like each one is worth about 50% of a normal arm. So 1 prosthetic arm probably gives him 25% manipulation. So if we got him 2, he'd probably be at something like 50%, which would be a start. And since he's not doing anything other than eating food, we'd probably put him on full-time research mode, even though he's not as fast as other people, but it would still be semi-acceptable. So yeah, we're going to do this so that we don't have to see the bodies quite as much as before. I'm not going to keep them refrigerated or anything, though. Because I would like to avoid mass production of graves at this point. Until we get, you know, we'll get cremation set up at some point, and that'll be much, much, much better. Construction failed. God damn it, Master Oink. Well, you don't have a whole lot of construction skill. I will give you that. 4, and you don't particularly have passion for it. Although you're working your way up to the next level, so hopefully that will assist soon. He can't do dumb labor. He can mine, though, which, I mean, I guess mine's not like dumb labor. It's just manual labor, physical labor. Still, we've got a deceptive amount of steel kicking around. It only reports that we've got 145, but that's because it hasn't been hauled to the stockpile. So that's okay. Deadmate still going through this cooking, which I still think is fine. It's something that we want to have happen at some point anyway. It's not like we have infinite fine meals here. Deadmate could do a lot of other things too. I mean, I'm not going to say otherwise, but it's not really a problem. Consuming pemmican. I don't know how they prioritize various meals. Nikki, wait, you can cook? What's your cooking skill? Oh, it's a 5. Yeah, you can cook. And do some harvesting. Harvest some poplar trees. That's okay too. Deadmate. Oh, Deadmate is waiting for treatment for her fibrous mechanites, which are giving her crazy moving manipulation and blood pumping skills, but leaves her in a weakened state of consciousness, as well as in a certain amount of pain. I think the scars and the gunshot and all that is all contributing to pain. Deadmate's walking through, like, has got a lot of pain going on. We gotta get her some painkillers or something. Alcohol! Joy wire. Something. Joy wire all of our people. Does reduce their consciousness, but man oh man, does it keep them happy all the time. That's probably one of the things that prosthetic mod adds, actually. I'm willing to bet. So you'll reset that, which is fine. You're doing it while standing around some bodies, but there you go. Now that you're out, because resetting traps is a job made by haulers. And so now that Kravek is done resetting all the traps, he will go back to doing a fair amount of hauling, which is great. And yeah, we'll just store the bodies over there. This area doesn't have a roof, but that's okay. I don't think it needs a roof. You're gonna haul another body away. Great. We still have some stuff to haul from over here, including guns and things like that, which could potentially be very valuable. Now, I think we can trade these. I don't know. When a trade caravan comes over, it doesn't matter if things are, like, in range of an orbital trade beacon at all. Right, and also, I built that, but I never actually built the communications thing. I should probably get on that. It's not even very expensive to do. There we go. Get that going on so we can start talking to spaceships. So you don't need the orbital trade beacon to trade with trade caravans that come and visit. I don't know if you can only trade things in your stockpile, though. That may be the case, which means we wouldn't be able to sell that stuff. But hopefully this stuff is all going to get hauled in. You're going to consume a fine meal, which I can't complain about. And then, yeah, hopefully you'll just do more and more and more hauling. Nikki is hauling some steel to the comms console because you are building that, which is great. Kravek, you are just hauling rocks, which is fine. Again, these doors are all really slow. We don't have auto door tech yet, and I definitely want stone doors over here for maximum security. Oh, there's a little bit there. Someone probably did a tiny bit of stone cutting. Then you'll haul some weapons. Excellent. All right, good. You seem busy, and we've got the comms console hooked up, and we couldn't... no, we can call people, but that's it. Nikki, poor mood again. Right, Nikki is too smart. I forget about that, which is one of the reasons she can break a lot easier. Harvesting poplar tree. You're low on comfort. You're getting some joy? What are you getting joy from? Joy tolerance is right. If you do the same thing all the time, it's bad. So the gaming... What time is it again? Okay. I think I will... Especially, you know what? Especially for Nikki. Nikki is going to have to make sure to make more time for joy. So maybe 12 hours apart. Like 1,800 hours and 1,600 hours. Or 600 hours. Actually, we'll do something like that. And then normally I'm going to do this. I'm going to force the 1800 because it's just around the corner. As soon as it ticks over, I'll just make sure to recruit an unrecruiter. I guess I could have done it for... There it is. Recruit, unrecruit to reset her job. You're going to go for a walk. Excellent. And then what I'm going to do is do this. So at 8 a.m. and 8 p.m., Nikki is going to make sure to make time for some fun. Once a day is probably enough, but... Yeah, you were insulted as well. Well, that's not helping. Tons of joy. Great. Mood. We got to keep it above this bar so that there's no chance of you breaking. Actually, that's not true. You're still at the minor break threshold. So I think minor break, this is the threshold where someone will, like, So you're not getting any warnings about it, but this is when they'll be dazed, or they'll go hide in their room or whatever. So the ones I always get surprised about. And we're planting some daylilies now, so that's going to increase the beauty of the area. Excellent. And that's something that decays slowly as you move away and different things like that. So as frequently as possible, if you can get people to walk by this, it's going to help a lot. So luckily your joy is pretty high. And it seems to be, like, increasing. You think you must really like farm work or something. Comfort's low, rest is low. Well, you're going to have a good night's sleep soon. Nikki, is your bed good? It's only normal quality. I know that you're an ascetic, but I think what we're going to have to make sure to do is build you a better bed. Double bed made out of wood. We'll get you to work on that as soon as you can. Which is actually apparently even, yeah, right, because construction is your priority. You'd have more skills than last time you built the bed. There's still a chance that I don't know if she can still build poor quality stuff. Although I think so, because this table here was poor quality. You're stressed. Well, you were low on rest, low on comfort. Apparently this bed is relatively comfortable, but yeah. We'll see if we can get you an even better bed. You have to make sure that your room is still simple. Right? You want, dull bedroom. It's gotta be dull. That's offset with the dog as well. No, Master Oink, stop! Shit. Master Oink, stop, I said. I'm gonna cancel that and then reissue it. Because I'm assuming that the quality is... I'm assuming it tracks everyone who's worked on it. Maybe it only counts the person who put in the first click or the last click of work, you know, one or the other. But this way we don't waste any wood, and we make sure that, you know, the best possible worker gets in on it. So we still have tons of joy, which is good. Hopefully we're okay. Deadmate, gonna keep doing some cooking, which again, I think I'm still generally okay with. Because we will eat all the meals at some point, so what the hell, right? How much meat do we have left? 61 units. So, alright. So another 12 meals that Deadmate can cook with that. And then that'll be it for the fine meals. I should think about beautifying the hospital. Oh no, hat went away. Because this is the one place where people could be lying in bed, but beauty matters because they're actually still awake. And those are people who are in their most miserable possible situations. So improving that would be quite good. Really? You just hauled that away? And Nikki brought different wood to complete that job? That seems odd, but alright. Superior quality bed. Excellent. And let's just deconstruct the normal one. Tell you what, I will move this here just in case we end up wanting that. And then I'm going to move this bed. No! Kravik started a fight. Okay, this is not the same as going berserk, though. And then they stop fighting. But, so you got a bunch of bruises, in acute pain, insulted. I really don't want you to be in a bad mood, so you're going to go rest there. Who's our doctor again? Kravik is one of them. Deadmate's the other. I'm going to reset you. No, don't cook meal. Go. Kravik's going to go treat Nikki. It's like, I'm really sorry. Here, let me go and, like, bandage your wounds. Well, you don't have any medicine. Well, let's pretend. I'll kiss your boo-boo, make it all better. It's very advanced medicine. So yeah, that's going to be Nikki's new bed, which is going to be a lot better. This is not going to be good for her mood because she is in pain. And she's now in a daze, right? Yep. Oh well. Deconstruct that, and I'm going to go and tell Master Oink that he can go back to construction. Actually, I'm going to turn it on for all these other people, too, so they can get around to deconstructing the bed and then moving this one. And you have no needs when you're in there, so I actually can't tell what your bedroom is like. Arbez is idle. Other than that, things are okay. Kravik's going to get some treatment as well. From Deadmate. Yeah, and we have no medicine. That's our heal root. I think we need more heal root plantations. Heal root. Still waiting for that. And 1.6% chance. Right, that was the other thing. My logic was, Deadmate is too busy. So let's just have Rexar, who's not as busy, do the talking. It's not a big skill difference from an 8 to a 10, but at a 1.6% chance, it's going to take forever to recruit Lyra. So I'm going to put Deadmate back on Wardening. I'm not going to take Rexar off of it, but hopefully we can get Deadmate to do it from time to time when she's not too busy. Deadmate who's in pain. Poor girl. Not a constructor. Mastoink is sleeping. Kravek is getting some treatment for his bruises. Listen, you're going to go to work, buddy. Do that, and then we're going to reinstall it here. I don't know if I can set it now. This is Nikki's bed. I think when it moves, it'll probably get unset. We'll see. Master Oink. Yeah, you're going to go and do that. Wonderful. Uninstall, reinstall, and owner nobody. So yeah. Nikki, that's yours. And you're still wandering around in daze. You've dropped a bunch of clothing everywhere. Well, not that much. You just took off your pants. That's it. Oh, no. And some body armor over there. Wonderful. Kravek is fully healed. Okay, that's good and fine. Come on, Nikki. Get out of it. It's a long freaking days. And more clothing gets dropped. Hauling pemmican. Nikki's no longer in a psychotic state. So you're going to go put on some clothing. And I want to know, how do you feel about your bedroom? Your bedroom's still dull. Catharsis, excellent. Felt good to unbottle my feelings. Well, that's good, because you're pretty freaking miserable. Why are you going to eat nutrient paste? Consume a fine meal. God damn it. Keep your mood up. Ate cooked insect meat. I ate a meal cooked from gray, slimy insect meat. The seasoning partially covered the taste, but there were glands and fluid pockets there that I can't identify. What? That's gotta be new. Insulted him. He broke into... You get bad mood from eating bug meat. Was that in Alpha 13? I don't remember noticing that ever. It doesn't mean that it wasn't there. But, I mean, we were eating so much bug meat. If it gave you a moodlet, I must have seen it at some point. I must have seen it at some point. So I'm assuming that's something new to make the bug invasions even more shitty. Awesome. He's fully healed. Deadmate, come on. Oh, come on. Convince her. What's your percentage chance? Is it going to be at least 3 or 4%? Luckily, we have a decent amount of food. 0.53? What? Why so low? That's awful. It's too bad Arbez the Beautiful can't talk to her. No, why so low? A Deadmate is actually better at being a warden. There might have been some other moodlet effect going on or something, I'm not sure. Stupid bug meat meals. That's probably why people are eating the non-bug meat meals. Because they know that they're getting negative moodlets from these things. I'm still going to cook everything up. But damn, alright. Tons of joy, luxuriantly comfortable, wonderful. Hopefully this will help you from breaking too much, and we need those insultants to go away. Disturbed sleep, that's kind of annoying. How long does that last? 7 hours? What? And execution, we're 1.5 days away from clearing that out. Alright, well we're going to go ahead and put a cut in here, I suppose. We've recovered our base a fair amount. Things are not fantastic, but no one's lost any body parts. So, you know, we got that going for us. A little bit more stone cutting, which is good and groovy. What do I have this set to? To like 1,000 blocks. Again, I could like split this into 4 sub-jobs for each of the type of stone that we've got kicking around and just make it so that, you know, we've got at least 250 of each. Actually, we probably want something like 500 of each. But I think just 1,000 in general is going to be okay. And it's mostly going to mean we've got a whole bunch of sandstone, and then occasionally we'll make a door out of something else. We'll see. Research on the geothermals is nearly done, and then you can bet your bottom dollar we are going to start working on the, at the very least, the simple prosthetics, and see how that goes. I don't know. Hospital bed wouldn't hurt either. Auto doors. Auto doors would be really fast, and actually it's probably worth just burning through that after the geothermal. I like it. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, folks. See you next time.